Hi guys. So in this video section, we are going to understand how we can set up a GCP account, how we can create a GCP account. And also we are going to understand about the GCP cloud infrastructure. So let's look into it. For creating a GCP account, we might require a Google credentials. Any of the Gmail credentials should be fine. And what we need to do is we have to go to Google and type GCP console. When we open up or when we get the web page for the Google Cloud Platform, so we just have to click on the GCP console and it will ask us to sign in. Let's wait for it. So this is how the Google Cloud looks like, and initially it has automatically logged me in one of my default using one of my default mail IDs. So I'm just going to sign out from here. And assuming that I'm going to create a new account, so what we would require another email account, any of the email account that you can provide. And you just have to type your email ID or the phone number. So let's say if you put a phone number or an email ID, both ways you can sign in on the Google Cloud Platform. So let me try that. I'll put my email ID, the Gmail one. And then I'll create a password of my choice and click on next. And here you go. It's very simple to create an account on the Google Cloud. Just your personal mail IDs with the password that you need to provide, and you are logged into the Google Cloud Console. Now going forward, any service that we are going to work on, we have to operate from the Google Cloud Console itself. Initially, when you create an account, you get a notification that is, you can start your free trial with $300 in credit. And that means that till this limit, you can perform or you can use the services of Google Cloud. And afterwards, there will be normal charges against every service that you would be working on. So you can activate it. Just have to click on the activate button, and then it is going to ask us for the billing details. So here we need to provide our account information, the country, what best describes your organization or needs. So let's say I put up something like startup. If you have a work email, you can put your work email as well. Otherwise, you can try to skip this step as it is optional. Accept the terms of service and click on continue. Now in the step 2, it's asking for the payment information verification. So you need to provide your business name. Let's say we put something like IT training, anything you can put. And the card details are mandatory. So you can provide your credit or the debit card details. Probably a Visa card or Amex card should be fine. So once you provide the card details, so the billing details are verified, then you should be good to use the free trial. So I already have the login credentials created for my other account. I'm just going to sign in, and then we'll see how we can actually work on the GCP console. So I'm going to use my working account, which is this one. I have clicked on my email ID and I'm going to provide the password. Not taking. Let me try it again. Hopefully this time it should accept. Yeah, it has. So now I have logged into my official account, which is the active one. And going forward, we have to work on this particular account only. Now we need to understand about the GCP infrastructure once we are able to log into the GCP console. And initially, when you work on the GCP, the first thing is you have to specify a project. Whatever services, resources that you create, they are created inside the project only. Likewise, you can have multiple projects created. For each and every project, the billing has to be activated. So that any service that we create inside that project, accordingly, the billing is going to happen from the project level. So how do we find the projects or how we can create a project? We just have to scroll to the project navigation. And here you can see there are a couple of projects that are mentioned. My first project, and then the other project that I have created. Likewise, there is a third project that is for another GCP account. So either of it you can activate. You can even specify, you can create a new project also by clicking on new project button, and you can specify the project name of your choice. Let's say I put something like that should be fine. And in case if you are creating an organization where you can have multiple projects and the resources allocated, I'll talk about the organizations also in the upcoming sessions. Then you can create a project in that organization also. Otherwise you can keep it as no organization and click on create. Now here you can see I have created another project as well, the Cloud Institute. And if we need to work on this particular project, we need to activate the billing. So in case if I am going to create a service, or if I'm going to, for example, if I'm going to launch a new virtual server also, within this particular project, that will be considered as this project resource. And accordingly, the billing is going to happen. So what we need to do, we need to activate the billing so that we can perform the activities on the GCP console for that particular project. So already I have activated the billing details on my first project, and we can use it for creating up the services and accessing them. So this is how we work on the GCP. This is how we create the new credentials on the GCP.